Howdy, Arch fans. Dennis here. Hey, last week I did a video on compound bow practice, preparing for a 3D shoot, and I was having some erratic arrow flight and didn't shoot very well, really. And I had an old Trophy Ridge drop zone sight that I determined was hanging up, and that's the one that just has the little lever. The little lever comes out and just drops straight down on a spring loaded shaft. And I found out that later that there's a fix for that, where you take a juice box straw, one of those little like free juice drink box, the little straw that comes with them, and you slide that straw over the shaft, and that basically makes a new slick surface for the lever to ride up and down on. It won't hang up. But I didn't know that at the time, and I went out and bought another sight, or I'm sorry, a rest. Now, I'm familiar with this rest because I had put one of these on my wife's bow. It's called a Revolution, Trophy Ridge Revolution, and it's a full capture rest. I really like the idea of it as a hunting rest, especially. Basically, put your arrow in here, then you cock it, and your arrow is captured. It can't go anywhere. When I first put it on, I was having some fletching contact issues, and as I read up on it a little more, I realized that when I first mounted it, I adjusted the cable, and then I made some adjustments, which basically pulled the cable too tight. And the way you can check it is, when you go to full draw, as you're pulling your arrow, your string back, and have somebody watch, this string shouldn't pull this rest up until the last inch, pulling it back. And mine was coming all the way up with 3 or 4 inches, to go. So it wasn't dropping quick enough. So I had to lengthen the string and get it to where it was coming up right at the last inch of coming to full draw. That is the ticket on these. Otherwise, if you've got a very fast bow at all, you'll have fletching contact. And I could see it. I was getting dark marks on the fletching, and my arrows weren't flying very good. Once I fixed that, it changed the way my arrows were flying. It changed where they're hitting in relation to my sight and everything. So my shooting went up a whole bunch after I got this on and got it adjusted right. So I went to a 3D night shoot this past Friday, and out of 20 targets, I shot a 201, and that was even with shooting a 5 at the end. Basically, made a bad shot. So I would have probably shot about a 20. Wasn't for the 5. If you added even 3 or 5 more to that, I should have shot about a 206 or so, 205, 206, which is a respectable score. We had some really good shooters there, open shooters, with the long stabilizers and long scopes and everything, and a couple of those guys shot like 220. So, anyways, since having made a few repairs and adjustments and put a new rest on here, I thought I'd go ahead and shoot it for you. a target out there at 40 yards. So we'll sling a couple arrows down there and see how I do. I'll put 5 in the cube, and then a couple in the old partial 3D target. I think I'm a little further than 40 actually. It's hitting a little low. I'll go ahead and put these 2 up in. Right. Let's go take a look. See how I did. Alright, so I was trying to pick out the 5 different spots on the block there, but I didn't really get them, but I got it, got it in the target, halfway decent. And then up here, these 2. Let's see that 3D target. Can't tell if you've seen those or not. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, so further compound bow practice at 40 yards with a new Trophy Ridge Revolution rest on my Diamond Victory. Thanks for watching.